Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I got this 16 by 40 garden shed that's in our plywood or signature series. I want to take some time here and show it to you. As I said, it's from our signature series, so it's all plywood floors, all plywood on the siding. Okay, so that's called our signature series. It's Duratemp plywood, 5/8 inch thick siding, and it's 5/8 inch thick flooring. Okay, pressure treated. Okay, now the walls. 2x4s are pressure treated and they're premium grade lumber. So you see premium, and that means they're a pretty grade of lumber. You pay a little bit more for that, but it makes the building a higher quality, and we only use premium grade lumber for our walls. Okay, 16 inches on center is standard for how far apart our 2x4s are. 16 inches, we double stud them. Every third wall stud is a double stud. So 2, and then we go 1, 1, 2, and that's the way it is all the way down the entire wall. We double stud every door and window frame at a minimum will be double studded. Happens to be quadruples across the base there, but double studs are at a minimum for every door and every window frame. And why is that a big deal to you? Double studded across there, okay? That is because the doors and windows are going to stay square with the building, so that once this building is on your site and set up and level, those doors and windows are going to open and shut freely like they are supposed to, because we double studded the doors and frames. Okay, so that's a big deal. It's important for you, if you're shopping around, that you notice whether or not the other companies are double studding their door and window frames. All of ours are minimum double studded, right there, triple studs. At the top of the wall headers or the wall caps are double studs. Base of the walls is single stud 2x4. That double studded wall cap or wall header is it's double studded for a reason. It gives you a strong top of the wall, which is where we then anchor our roof trusses to that double stud wall cap. Okay, we use these, you can't see them very well, but that little screw right there is a metal hurricane screw. It's about 6 inches long, and it's designed to, it withstands about 800 pounds of tensile strength, a little bit more than 800 pounds. What that means is we do one of those, holds every single roof truss attached to the tops of the walls. That gives you 150 mile an hour wind gust, engineer certified rating. Very few other companies out there that I'm aware of even attempt to do such a thing for portable buildings, but we do it. Okay, so we assemble the roofs to the tops of our walls using these metal hurricane screws, and it makes a huge difference. We used to use metal hurricane clips, which was still better than what most everybody else was doing, but these metal hurricane screws are almost twice as strong as the old clips that we used to use. See the screws right there? Okay, now let's talk about the roof. 2x4 roof trusses, premium grade, just like our wall studs. But what I want you to notice about the roof truss is the base of the roof truss rests on the top of that wall, that double wall cap, where it's anchored in with the screw. It goes all the way across and rests on top of the wall over there, and it's anchored in with the screw. That means these roof trusses are providing lateral stability across the top of this building, just like our floor joists underneath the floor are providing lateral stability underneath. We've got it underneath and on top. Other companies don't build their roof trusses like this. They save money by using a shorter base rail, okay, and instead of it going all the way across and resting on top of the walls, it's shorter, and they lift it up higher so that it's a smaller piece of wood. Saves them money that way, but it also loses some of the lateral stability that we have because of the way we do our roof trusses. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind and pay attention to when you're shopping around. At the tops of our walls, I wonder if you can see that light peeking in up there. That's because we put a soffit vent that runs the entire side of that building and the entire side over here of the building. Okay, kind of see the light peeking in over there. That's for superior airflow. Soffit vent runs the entire side of the building. A lot of other companies just put a little tiny plastic vent right up in the top over here, and then they do the same thing on the far end, and that's all they have for ventilation. But we've got it all along the sidewall, standard. Okay, and then we have the screened in roof ridge vent. Runs the entire peak of the roof. It's screened in to keep out bugs and debris, but that means the air flows up through the soffit vents and out through the roof vent, and we move a whole lot of cubic inches of air, way more than our competitors do. And what that means for you is the building stays cooler and it helps get the humidity out. The benefit to you on that is less chance for mold and mildew to grow inside the building because we've moved the air out and the humidity out. We move a lot more than any other portable building company that's out there, okay? So it's superior built building. Now, the roof is OSB standard roof decking. On the outside of the roof is metal, and between the metal and that OSB roof decking is a moisture barrier. It's a tar paper, okay? So that's how we do our roofs. Now let's talk about the floors. As I mentioned earlier, it's 5/8 inch plywood, and it's tongue and groove, so the slabs are interlocked. I forgot to mention that our plywood on the siding is also tongue and groove, so it's interlocked with one another, all right? So that's an important thing to keep in mind. Underneath the flooring and the interlocked plywood tongue and groove flooring is the floor joists, and they are 2x6s, not 2x4s, 2x6s. Like our 2x4 wall studs, they're 16 inches apart all the way across underneath here, providing for you a very strong and sturdy subfloor. Underneath those floor joists are the 4x6 runners, or the skids that the building sits on. That's what makes it a portable building. And there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in this building. Every one of those 4x6 runners that are pressure treated, they're notched out 1 inch deep for the floor joists to rest inside of them. So they're notched out 16 inches apart for all of the floor joists to sit down inside those runners. No other company that I'm aware of does their portable buildings like that for their subfloors. It makes for us, it makes for you a very strong and stable and sturdy subfloor to the building, better than anybody else builds theirs. Most everybody else uses either some sort of a clip system to hold them together, or they do a lag bolt or a lag screw underneath. We notch them out all the way across on all of our runners and set those floor joists inside of them. It's superior build, okay? So I talked to you about the flooring, I talked to you about the walls, I talked to you about the framing and the roof. Let me talk to you about financing. Wherever you're watching this video, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or off my website, check out where I have the latest pricing. The pricing can vary every single month because we have different specials or discounts that can apply, all right? And so the pricing will depend on what month we're in and maybe even what week during that month, because the specials can change out every other week. So the pricing discounts will always be applied on my website for sure, as well as I try to keep up my YouTube and Facebook pricing on the videos. I try to keep all of those up to date. Okay, so always check for the latest pricing there. On the screen, you see my phone number. You can call or text me. You also see my web address, so go ahead and hit me up there at the website, and you can chat with me there. It's a real chat function to really me, not a robot, okay? Let's see here. We always have a military discount, so thank you active duty and retired military for your service. Let's see, cash is always your lowest and best price, but we have rent to own with no credit check. We got 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and even 6-year payment plans for your lowest monthly payments. There's no penalty to pay it off early. I always recommend you to pay it off early, but you do not have to. There's no penalty to do so, so take advantage of that. If you have any questions about this building or anything else on my lot, reach out to me. Aloha from the Ozarks.